Hey, Falcons Nation! Listen, I've got information that's about to blow your mind. We're sitting here, week 7, watching our franchise quarterback absolutely cooking on primetime television, outdueling legends, making throws that have the entire league talking. And you know what the front office is doing right now? They're on the phone. They're making calls. They're plotting something massive. Because here's what nobody's talking about. We've got a championship window that's wide open right now, and Terry Fontenot knows it. Michael Penix Jr. just went toe-to-toe with one of the greatest quarterbacks of this generation and came out looking like a superstar. But there's a problem. A blaring, obvious problem that's keeping us from being true contenders. And before this video ends, I'm going to reveal 4 names that could completely transform this offense overnight. We're talking about proven playmakers, guys with championship pedigree, receivers who can take this attack from dangerous to absolutely unstoppable. One of these names? It's an old friend. Someone who knows this city, knows this fan base, and might just be getting a second chance to write his legacy in the A. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me paint you a picture first. But before I drop these bombshell names, and trust me, name number 3 is going to make you jump out of your seat, I need you to do something right now. If you want to be part of the conversation when this franchise makes its championship run, smash that subscribe button and demolish that notification bell. We're building the most informed, passionate Falcons community on YouTube, and I'm giving you the inside scoop on every single move before it happens. Only 1% of you watching are subscribed. Don't be on the outside looking in when we're celebrating in February. Click that button now and let's rise up together. Right now, we're watching something special develop. Penix is cementing himself as our guy. After week 3, everybody and their mama was screaming for a quarterback controversy. But what did our boy do? He silenced everyone with back-to-back performances that had scouts rewatching tape like, wait, did we miss something? That primetime performance against Buffalo? That wasn't just a win. That was a statement. That was Penix telling the entire NFL, I'm here. I'm ready. And I'm not going anywhere. His connection with Drake London is absolutely electric. Every time they connect, it's magic. London's becoming that red zone weapon we knew he could be. But here's the reality check we all need to hear, and this is where things get interesting. The rest of that receiver room? It's not championship caliber. Not yet. Darnell Mooney's struggling in year 2. Casey Washington, Ray McLeod, Kaderl Hodge, these guys are solid depth pieces, but they're not striking fear into defensive coordinators. They're not keeping safeties honest. They're not creating the kind of separation that turns good offenses into elite offenses. And you know who noticed? Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, that Christian McCaffrey. 4-time All-Pro. 2023 Offensive Player of the Year. One of the most complete running backs we've ever seen. You know what he said about Bijan Robinson? He said he wants to emulate him. Let that sink in. A future Hall of Famer is watching our running back and saying that's who I want to play like. Bijan's leading the entire NFL in scrimmage yards. 822 yards through 5 games. Never dropped below 100 yards in a single game. NFC Offensive Player of the Month. Career high 238 yards from scrimmage with an 81-yard touchdown that had defenders looking like they were running in quicksand. We've got the quarterback. We've got the running back. We've got one elite receiver. Now it's time to complete the puzzle. Here's what makes this deadline absolutely critical. Teams are making their top receivers available. The NFL trade market is heating up like Atlanta in July, and there are legitimate game changers who could be wearing red and black in the next few weeks. Terry Fontenot's phone should be ringing off the hook. Because our window? It's not opening next year or the year after. It's open right now. Penix is on his rookie deal. Bijan's on his rookie deal. We've got cap flexibility. We've got draft capital, well, mostly. And we've got a coaching staff that's finally putting it all together. This is the moment. This is when championship teams separate themselves from pretenders. This is when front offices earn their paychecks. So let me break down 4 receivers who could transform this offense. for guys who are realistically available, for players who could turn Penix from a rising star into an MVP candidate. And trust me, number 4 is going to make some of you very uncomfortable. But it might also be the smartest move we could make. First up, Jerry Jeudy from the Cleveland Browns. Now I know what you're thinking, Cleveland? That dumpster fire? Yes, that dumpster fire. And that's exactly why this works. Jeudy won the Biletnikoff Award at Alabama. Falcons fans know this name very well. In his first season in Cleveland last year, he posted career highs, 90 receptions, 1,229 receiving yards. The man can play. The Browns are 1-5. They're spiraling. Even bringing in Dylan Gabriel couldn't save that offense. Cleveland's looking at a full rebuild, which means Judy's available. He's only 26 years old. He's relatively affordable. And he'd be an immediate upgrade at WR2. But let's keep it real, there are red flags. Big ones. He led the NFL with 13 drops last season. He's already got 8 drops this year. That's not ideal. His hands can be inconsistent, and that's putting it nicely. Plus, he's making $19 million per year. That's not cheap, especially when we've got to pay Drake London and Bijan Robinson soon. But here's the thing, if you're building a championship roster, you can't be afraid to make moves. You can't be paralyzed by what-ifs. Jeudy in this offense, with Penix's arm talent, with Bijan commanding defensive attention in the run game, with London stretching the field, that's a problem for defenses. That's the kind of diversity that keeps coordinators up at night. And now, number 4. The one I've been building toward. The one that's going to split this fan base right down the middle. Calvin Ridley from the Tennessee Titans. I can already hear some of you screaming at your screens. I can already see the comments section lighting up. But hear me out. Please hear me out. Ridley was an All-Pro in Atlanta. He spent his first 4 seasons here. After Julio Jones got traded, he was supposed to be the guy, our franchise receiver, our future. And then everything fell apart. For a lot of reasons. Some his fault, some not. But here's what we can't ignore, Calvin Ridley can still play. The last 3 seasons he actually played most or all games. Over 1,000 receiving yards every time. The man is only 30 years old. He's in his prime. He still has that elite separation ability. Right now, he's suffering on a 1-5 Titans team that just fired their head coach. Tennessee's rebuilding around Cam Ward, their number 1 overall pick. They're sellers at the deadline. Ridley wants out. He wants to compete. His numbers are down this year, but that's the Tennessee offense. Put him in Atlanta's system with a quarterback who can actually get him the ball with the weapons we've got around him. He'd get back on track fast. The concerns are obvious. His history in Atlanta is complicated. This season, he's got a career-high 11.4% drop rate. That's concerning. But he's making only $23 million per year, and Tennessee would eat some of that salary. He'd be cheap to acquire, probably a 4th or 5th round pick. Think about the redemption story. Think about Ridley coming back to Atlanta with something to prove. Think about him lining up opposite Drake London, with defenses having no idea who to double. Think about the veteran leadership he'd bring to a young receiver room. Would it be awkward? Absolutely. Would some fans hate it? For sure. But would it make us better? Without question. This is about winning championships. This is about maximizing Penix's potential. This is about taking advantage of a window that won't stay open forever. Sometimes you've got to put feelings aside and make the move that gives you the best chance to win. So there you have it. For legitimate targets. For ways to transform this offense. For paths to becoming a legitimate Super Bowl contender. Jeudy brings youth and big playability. Waddle brings elite speed and vertical threat. Myers brings consistency and reliability. Ridley brings experience and redemption. Any one of these guys makes us better. Any one of these guys gives Penix another weapon. Any one of these guys could be the difference between a playoff appearance and a championship run. Terry Fontenot's got decisions to make. Big ones. The kind that define tenures. The kind that fans remember for decades. We've got the foundation. We've got the quarterback. We've got the running back. We've got one elite receiver. Now it's time to go all in. Because this team, this roster, this moment, it's special. And if we don't seize it, if we don't maximize it, we're going to regret it for years. The trade deadline is coming. The phone calls are happening. The deals are being discussed. Now we wait to see if Fontenot's got the guts to pull the trigger. Falcons Nation, who do you want to see in red and black? Drop your pick in the comments. Let's get this conversation going. Let's let the front office know what we think. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and turn on notifications because we're covering every move, every rumor, every development as we head toward the deadline. Go Falcons!